What is war? A simple question with a complex answer. War, in its broadest sense, is a large-scale conflict involving multiple groups, often nations, vying for power, territory, or resources. It's a human phenomenon that dates back to the dawn of civilization, shaping our societies and the course of our history. But what drives us to wage wars? How has the face of war changed over time? And what impacts does it leave in its wake? Our journey begins in the ancient world, where the earliest recorded wars took place. The ancient Egyptians, Sumerians, and Assyrians waged wars for territorial expansion, resources, and to establish dominance. War was a fact of life, often glorified and romanticized. Fast forward to the Middle Ages, where wars became more strategic and political. The Crusades, for instance, were driven by religious fervor and the desire to control holy lands. Then came the age of revolutions and the rise of nationalism, sparking wars of independence and civil wars that altered the map of the world. Wars were no longer just about monarchs and their ambitions, they were about people and their rights. The two world wars of the 20th century, however, changed our understanding of war dramatically. The scale of destruction and loss of life was unprecedented, forcing us to reckon with the true cost of conflict. In the modern era, wars have become more complex with the rise of non-state actors and asymmetric warfare. The lines between combatants and civilians blur, making wars more difficult to resolve and their impacts more devastating. War is often justified on moral, legal, or political grounds, but the reality is rarely so clear-cut. While some argue that war can be necessary for self-defense or to prevent atrocities, others contend that the human and societal costs are too high, and that peaceful means of conflict resolution should always be explored first. Technological advances have also reshaped warfare. From the invention of the longbow to the development of nuclear weapons and drones, technology has made war more deadly and unpredictable. The impact of war extends beyond the battlefield. It affects economies, often leading to financial instability and economic decline. It devastates the environment, causing long-term damage that can take centuries to heal. And perhaps most importantly, it affects individuals, soldiers and civilians alike, leaving physical and psychological scars that can last a lifetime. Media, too, plays a crucial role in shaping our perceptions of war. It can sway public opinion, either in favor of or against a conflict, and has the power to highlight or downplay the realities of war. International organizations strive to prevent or mitigate conflicts, but their effectiveness varies. While they have had successes, they have also faced challenges, particularly when dealing with non-state actors or when member nations choose to ignore their mandates. As we reflect on the history of war, we must ask ourselves, can we learn from our past to prevent future conflicts? Can we find ways to resolve our differences without resorting to violence? Understanding the nature of war is crucial, not to glorify it, but to better comprehend its causes and impacts, and to work towards a world where peace prevails. The lessons of history are clear. War brings destruction and suffering. It is our responsibility, as a global society, to remember those lessons and strive to prevent future conflicts.